Hello there. I got another game that I wanted to, to upload. So let's just, get started with that. So of course, I'm the Terran here. This is the Frost map. It's the same map that's always played for the Zombies map that Husky made, which is really fun, by the way. And then, this is the Protoss. Um, I have to think I might check, and apparently he used to be Diamond. I'm not sure if like, it's safe to say that he's Diamond skill level now. In this game, I didn't think he was Diamond, um, but we'll just see how this goes. And of course, this game is I'm gonna go Mech again. I always go Mech. I think it's a lot more fun, and than going Bio. Kind of like back in the Brood War days, where you would have to go Mech basically versus Protoss. Because if you went Bio, then you would just get kited all day by Dragoons, and then it wasn't fun at all. And plus, Zealots would just shred everything else. Um, But we see the Protoss is scouting. Of course, he scouted me last. That's unfortunate. Of course, I seen the news got to early expand, or at least that's what I initially thought. So I made the supply depot there to block them. Got my command center down after after my barracks. Um, if you look at my vision, I see that. So yep, that's why I threw that down. Grab my gas.
Upgrade complete.
Did not scout. Basically, what ended up happening in this game is just, like I mentioned, it's kind of a long macro game. There wasn't really much like attacking, but regardless, I still had a bunch of mech units, and then I ended up um, doing pretty well against this guy. So I land my command center, throw down the factory. There's a certain opener. It's 12 barracks, 14 gas, and then you get the command center. Um, oh, also, I seen that he wasn't expanding, so I thought he was gonna all in, but then it turned out that he expanded right after, anyways. So I was like, oh no, let me just lift off and fly back. And then, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry, because I would have, figured he would have expanded anyways, and then he would have attacked. I probably would have lost. But like I was saying, it's 12 barracks, 14 gas, and then you make your CC, and then right after your CC is done, you have just enough gas for a factory. So whether you're going against Zerg or whether you're going against Protoss, I always like to do that opener, and then from the factory, you can make mines or Hellions or whatever. So that's the opener that I like doing a lot. I'm not sure if this is the exact opener I did, but it was pretty close. Yep, and then once I realized that there was no attack coming, then of course I just expanded. Um, he got a little bit ahead, in terms of income. Except now that I landed and have mules, of course I just go past him. I do have more workers than him, plus mules, so that's always good. My third's already down. I was right about to, get units over there. Its third is already up. Can just continue to macro. Mostly gateway units. Gateway units are only that good, as Protoss. They lose to bio, pretty well as long as you stim and spit properly. Um, and then at least in the mid game, and then even against Zerg, gateway units get crushed by like Hydra, Roach, for example. So that's definitely kind of you shouldn't have made too many gateway units. You're throwing out more factories, you know, have more minerals. Definitely need more factories. Getting upgrades. Got some Vikings. So a lot of factories at this point. They're using a lot of scans, and this is the part where I just go and siege up to his base. What I think he did is he must have figured I was going bio. Getting Colossus and getting Colossus and High Templars. Because I don't think a Protoss would think to do that against Mech, because like this, what I have versus what he has, well, then mine's really easily favored to win. Because I've went against this kind of army so many times with Mech, and I usually just crush it because I don't know, just not that good against Mech because everything's clumped up together, as you can see. But then there's so many splash from the tanks and the mines that everything just dies so fast. You need to have more like air units in your army, especially because most of my units are ground. Like there is the mines and the Vikings, but I still think it'd be better to have more air units than just to have this, because this just you can't do anything because there's just so many tanks. Um, I did have the little bow that I had, I ended up killing this base. For whatever reason, he actually didn't move away. And of course, I am maxed out now, so that money is just sitting there piled up. Tried to engage and got scared here. And then of course I just move up a little bit more. Spread my tanks out. And then now basically he's contained, so he needs to, do something to try to break it or else he loses. And basically there we go. So he blinks on all the tanks, which is always a dumb idea. I guess he did see those mines there, but I don't know. I guess he wasn't thinking. I did kind of, that was kind of really bad that I did, leaving those hellbats down to the storms. But I still end up winning because there's a lot of mines, like well, that's 1 kill, 2 kills, 1 kill, 1, 3. So when he blinked, and he was instantly shelled by tanks and mines, all the suckers died. Definitely would have been better if he, had more air, because if you go stalkers, they die pretty fast, and the same with the zealots, because there's a bunch of hellbats at the front. Mines outside the front, left a little smiley face for him. He gets upset about it, but it's not a big deal, I guess. A win is a win. I do have more units, but this is all I have here. And then this is what I have left at home. My macro isn't that good, but definitely need to throw down these orbital commands. Because you might as well. So basically throw down orbital commands, you have a whole bunch of extra money, and then you just kill off all your workers and then just basically live off of mules. And better than just letting the money pile up. And of course, I have no gas once again, because tanks are expensive on gas. When you're comparing them to how much minerals they are as well. It's like 60-40% or something weird. Okay, and then I just basically, go back to his base. Killed all of his workers. And then he blinked to the tanks again. And there's the BM. And then he gets upset. So that's basically the end of that game. This is how I always play against Protoss. I think it works pretty well. You just have, a lot of tanks and hellbats. He only had 4 Colossus and he wasn't spamming them, so I didn't really need too much more Vikings. Something else I could have done is just maybe threw in some Ravens as well. That would help. Except for the fact that he blinked into his death with all the tanks in the mine, so he didn't really, he kind of just threw his stalkers away anyways. But if he didn't, then the Ravens definitely would have been good with the point defense drone. So that's all. That's it for today. All right, thanks for watching, and have a good day.